Jamie Sloane is here. A very good afternoon. Jamie, it's great to have you, man. It's been a while since we last spoke, but the last time we spoke, we were walking through the shopping mall in Bournemouth, and I looked at you and you looked at me. You were looking fresh, man. You were all cut up and ready to rock. It was fight night. You said, just another day. It's fight day. I said, yeah, I know. Time to go to work. And fight night came and went, and you never fought. What happened?
Obviously, I went through the whole camp, did the weight cut, made weigh in perfect, did all my side perfectly right, turned up for the fight event, and then obviously these things happen at the lower events. The guy didn't turn up, so I had no other option just to get on with the night after, really. So unfortunately, I didn't fight, and I haven't had my comeback MMA fight yet.
It was kind of crazy. Like, I remember there's a twinkle in your eye. I was like, all right, I know he means business tonight. And it was kind of a crazy scenario with that storm, and there was all that weather and this, that, and the other. Were you disappointed, or did you kind of expect that this could have happened?
Obviously, not really expecting it because it's the first time it's happened in all the fights I've had, but it's more disappointed because you put all the work in, you cut weight, you do everything right your side. And like I said, this is my journey back up to hopefully getting back on KSW or Bellator. And it's just put me on, it's held me back a bit again, because I need to get some MMA fights under my belt to get me up the rankings again. So, let's hopefully this one turns out right and the guy turns up and we can have a fight and I can get on the rankings again.
Now, I spoke to the matchmakers. Actually, I didn't know this. You recently competed against Ida Sikauskis, who impressed on the last Supreme show that we had. That was an Energy Fight Night, or NRG, I believe was the name of the promotion, and you beat him in K1 rules and you won a title. Tell me about that.
Yeah, obviously, I'm not. I do like K1 as well as MMA, but I just, like I said, I just want to get active and get out there. So I got offered a fight to fight him for the NRG K1 title at light heavyweight. Took the fight. Kiddy's tough. I'll give him that. We went the distance, and luckily my hand was raised. I mean, I deserved to win because. I think I won all the rounds in that, but it was a good fight and good luck to the kid on the show. He's a good one to watch because he is quite a tough kiddie. I'll give him that.
Yeah, I actually spoke to Andy about him, Andy Manzolo, who's the coach, and he actually said that he's only been like training like a year or so. It strikes me as a guy who's got some serious heart and a bit of talent, a bit of a knack for it, right? I mean, because you've been in the game a long time.
Yeah, yeah, but I've had 4 years out. Remember, so that was my first comeback fight. He has got some talent. He's a big kid. He's got good art. I think he'd do well in that. But it was a hard fight. But I was there to win and I won it. That's all I can say really about it.
What have you been up to now then? You've been training. You mentioned you're living in Eastbourne, but your roots are in Bournemouth, so you're back for the weekend, and you're of course coming to us from Bournemouth this afternoon. Are you training at Boss Gym, or who are you with again?
Just still at Boss Gym with the likes of Ollie Thompson, Stephen Hill pops down on the Mondays. We do some grappling and that. Obviously, that was quite a tough fight. So where I've not been conditioned, I had a few knocks in that. So this camp's been quite a hard camp for me with the injuries I've had. But I'm coming towards the end of the injury now, and I've got 3 weeks of this show. So these last 3 weeks are going to be where I'm putting in the most work with the grappling, and yeah, looking forward to it.
What is it like training with Ollie? Because he is getting ready for, I think, the name of
The
the promotion is
Croatian
Fen.
show. Yes,
Sorry.
Fen. I know Fen. That fight happened. The guy didn't, believe it or not, pulled out last minute. He was over there. Now he's fighting in Croatia in July. So Ollie's got 8 weeks to his next big fight. So we sort of share the camp together. We all help each other. Ollie's at the heavyweight, so he's a great size for me to work with. So I work side by side by him at the gym. He's there a lot. I do Mondays with him, Thursdays. He's a nice bloke. He's probably like the best size for me in that, And we sort of, I think we have the same sort of style a bit. We're quite aggressive forward and we're strong characters.
Yeah, yeah, no, of course. No, I now I actually remember. It's FNC is the show. Is that right in Zagreb?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
And that's by Drogi, who I think is or that's his nickname is Drogi, and he's ATT, right? ATT in Zagreb. That's the gym.
Yep, that's the one.
Amazing. Let's talk about what's happening then with your career. You want to focus on MMA, is that right?
Yeah, MMA. I need to get one fight out of the way, like I said, and work my way up the rankings again. And if I get up the ranks, I get another call out to get onto KSW or Bellator or Cage Warriors or something, and then just shine on there. I mean, like,
What
this is
weight
the most.
class?
Light heavyweight. Or, I want to fight the next Supreme show. I want to fight for the heavyweight title because I know it's vacant, and then after that, I want to call out Dan Vinny and fight for the light heavyweight title. So that's my goals on Supreme show at the minute. So after this fight, I want the heavyweight title shot, and then I want to call out Dan Vinny and fighting for the light heavyweight at the end of the year.
What have you got to say to Dan? He just won on, I think, last weekend on Sparta Fight Nights. He's been pretty active lately. What have you got to say to him?
Just get it. I'm coming. I'm ready to take that title, and I'm going to train hard. It's probably the best I've ever been, best focus I've ever had. I'm a strong guy. I'm tough, and I don't give up.
How do you know you're ready for your comeback? Because obviously, I know your history. We spoke about it in the last interview. You can check that out. The story about was it KSW 45 with Akop Shostak?
Yep.
All of the things that have happened. Like, why is that time now? What have you changed? Have you made any adjustments? Because we talked to a lot of the younger fighters over the past couple of interviews, and some of them are like 0-0 or 0-1 or 1-0. And they're just beginning to understand what it takes to be successful in this game. Yet you've been there, right? You've done that. You've had these experiences. Why is your time now?
Obviously, it's all about wanting it more mindset, right, surround yourself with the right people, the right training, the right camps. And I just want it that bad this time, and I've got the right people around me to succeed.
What have you learned over the years? Do you ever feel old in this game?
No, they never feel old. No, I'm only 32, but yeah, watch yourself. It's more
Man,
to the
look at
fact.
me.
It's more to the fact that I think just don't rush and surround yourself with the right training people. Because anyone can be the king at one gym. You need to travel around a bit, like I do a bit, and get the right people around you for the fighting.
But if it were me, if you were to ask me, from what I remember in our last chat, you've kind of been upfront about how your style really hasn't changed. Like, you might have adjusted some of your approaches, but you still want to go out there and bring the fight to somebody and knock them out, right?
Yeah, straight away from the minute it goes, play a little bit, suss them out, and just push forward. Just a forward fighter if it's aggression. That's where I'm strong at.
I love it, man. And it strikes me as something that people want to see. What do you think makes a popular fighter these days? Is it about just being able to get the win, or is it about being exciting and truly entertaining and giving that kind of crowd pleasing style?
I think everyone just loves an aggressive fighter. When someone pushes forward, doesn't give up, it's just aggressive, aggressive. I think that's what people like to see because that's when the most exciting things happen: knockouts or just quick fights or just being a tough guy.
Do you get mad at your opponent? Do you kind of have like ill will, or are you pretty zen inside? Are you pretty cool and calm?
No, no, go in there with you're here to win this. So it's no joke. But afterwards, it's all humble.
Would you have a beer with your opponent? Would you have a shoey?
Depends who he was really. I've had one in the past, a no contest where I ended up attacking after. It wasn't a very professional move when I was a bit younger. But it all depends who the opponent is and how they are.
Was it like the Diaz Joe Rakes thing at the hospital? You know that story?
I haven't heard that story, no.
Ooh, worth checking out. But
I'll have to
yeah, I
check
mean,
that
sometimes
out.
these things they do simmer. Like when you walk into the gym, do you think about your opponent? Are you focused on what you're going to go out there and do when you perform?
Yeah, of course we do. Like we like to study the opponent, see what their skill sets are, what they're best at, and we work to that in the camp because that's what we're there to expect. But yeah, at the minute, because I've just been matched now, all I'm thinking about is the opponent and winning. My hand's getting raised no matter what, so I'm ready.
Do you have a game plan in mind? Are there kind of some specific things that you guys have been addressing right now?
Just to win on the fight night.
Jamie, you're being secret and covert about it, but no, I get it. I get it. Do you have like a plan A, B, and C, or are you always just like gonna go in there and just be aggressive and find that finish as quickly as
No, no.
possible?
I think that's the difference how I fight now. When I used to fight when I was younger, it was just literally a win and just survive. But now, where you become a bit older with the fighting, you kind of you have your game plans in your head and you suss the opponent out. It's all about sussing them out, their reactions, their movements, and then working to your plans towards it. If that doesn't work, you try something else. You might get to the end of the fight and there's no plan at all, and then you just got to make it up.
Yeah. Now you've had, I believe, 13 pro fights. You began your pro MMA career in 2014. What would you say to some of the younger fighters on Supreme Championships? Because there are a lot of youngsters making their debuts, second, maybe third fight. What would your advice be to them?
Um, just knuckle down, just do the best you can in the camp. The prep's always the biggest thing, fitness as well. anyone can go and have a fight, but you got to be ready for it. You don't want to walk out there with doubting yourself and what you did wrong and that. Just give it all your all.
I love it. Sage advice here from Jamie Sloane. Jamie, thanks so much for joining us today, man. Any shout outs to anybody? Any shout outs to the fans? Any final words why people need to come and see you on May 21 at Supreme Championships?
Just watch me. I'm coming for both of them titles. This is my plan this year, and I'm going to be an exciting fighter.
All right, you heard it there. Jamie Sloane, great to have you with us today again, man. Have a good afternoon, okay?
Cheers, mate. Thanks.